What stands before you today in an awakened state is recognition of what you thought was so, believed to be, that may now be seen reseed in a higher template, the perspective from the upper room, the perspective from the upper room, the idea of who you are, the idea of who you are, transposed to a higher state, perceived with different eyes, perceives with different eyes. The self that saw the old, claimed the old as identity, claimed the old as identity, claims itself in a higher template, through the monad or the divine spark, which once ignited, seeks to reclaim all things, the truth of who you are, the truth of who you are, the monad as divine, expressed through you, is what you've always been, is what you have always been, but have all denied. Now there are reasons for the denial of the divine. There are many, in fact, but the primary reason you deny the divine within yourselves, but the primary reason you deny the divine within yourselves is because you believe you cannot hold the higher that is already present, Imagine a spark seeking to ignite, and you keep blowing the wind, to align the higher, but then don't believe that the spark will, you allow it to flounder, you allow it to rest, and you don't decide that it can be other. Some of you say to us, I wish to know the divine in all ways. I wish to know the divine in all ways, but the process of aligning at that level, reclaims each aspect of you, which has denied the divine, Now you don't know how you do this. Or indeed why. You simply know that there are aspects of self. That refute the existence of God, or seek to claim a God, that will serve your small self's purpose, You understand? You don't understand that the divine is as the breeze, which is always present, always there, sometimes felt, sometimes not. When you begin to accept, on the word begin, underline the word begin. The door opens slowly, lest the strong gust of wind, will overblow you over and confuse you. You acclimate to the higher tone. The expression of the divine that can be held by you, In the stages you can claim it. No more, no less. But the aspect of you that would seek to deny, will seek to refute the divine, will seek to refute the divine, because it believes it will not live, in the same accord. This is actually untrue. The egoic structure, small self. The egoic structure, or small self, assimilated in the higher, is actually still present, but it operates in a different manner. It's moved in service. It has moved in service to the higher will, or to the higher tone that is present, or to the higher tone that is present. It claims itself. And its experience was the egoic structure, inclusive of the egoic structure. You need the egoic structure for several reasons, because you have form, and you have a physical separation, and you have a physical separation you operate with. You must know whose shoes to put on in the morning. You must know whose shoes to put on in the morning, when to close the window against the storm, and when to close the window against the storm. The divine as you, in a rearticulated state, reclaims the egoic structure, and supports its expression, in service to the higher. For example, with his lovely voice, the one who has a lovely voice enjoys to sing before others, The opportunities may present themselves, but the aspect of this singer that appreciates the applause, is present still, and it gives her credence, her abilities credence, so she may share them some more, Some of you say to us, Some of you say to us, let it be done, let it be done. I want to be awakened. I want to be awakened in order to understand and know everything from an awakened state. The sleeper awakens slowly. The sleeper awakens slowly, lest the light blind her, lest the light blind her, lest it be too bright for her, lest it be too bright for her. The sleeper awakens. The sleeper awakens to what she can see, to what she can see, and the state will be revealed, and the stages that will be revealed. Some of you believe that if awakened, living in the cosmos, you'll be living in the cosmos. But we would wish, if you have a kettle on the stove, you will know to turn the burner off. You may be in the cosmos all you wish. You may be in the cosmos all you wish, but please don't turn down your home. But please don't burn down your home and seek to escape reality, seeking to escape a reality that you incarnate within for a very good reason, for a very good reason. The belief that you can be in the world but happen. The belief that you can be in the world but not of it must be understood as having an operating system, that appreciates and knows what expresses beyond the physical realm, but does not deny the physical realm, simply receives the physical realm at a level of accord, vibrational accord, where the old is made new, the process of the natural world, the process of lifting the manifest world to a higher template, has been discussed in several of our books. When we take our students next, will be to an amplitude of the experience of this, where they may know themselves both within the body and beyond the body, or in the world, but not of it. We wish this for you if you wish it. We wish this for you if you wish, but this is not about escaping. It's actually about embodying. It is actually about embodying at a level of tone, where the concretization of form, as you have experienced it, is re-seen and reknown, in a higher expression, Now you understand that the block of the cement may once have been sand, that the block of cement may once have been sand. You understand that the mound of mud, may one day be bricks, may one day be bricks. You understand that things change in form. You understand that things change in form through application. You don't understand yet that consciousness holds the key, and the realization of the inherent divine, and the realization of the inherent divine in the mud, or in the sand, can actually contribute to a re-seeing and re-knowing, of a foundational reality. What makes what, the idea that things are of God. The idea that things are of God can be understood intellectually. What can be outside of God? Well, nothing can be outside of God. So I guess those piles of bricks are God. So I guess those piles of bricks are of God as well, But you don't understand the experience of this, and indeed you will, The time has actually come in these teachings. The time has actually come in these teachings to lift this broadcast to its next level, This means tonation, and this means intonation and vibrational accord. The song that is being sung now, in some ways is present, in some ways is present, in all humankind. The seeding has been done. The echo of the word, or the expression of the word, through its students, and those who know the word, without these texts. Without these texts is not complete, but indeed it is present. As such that it may be lifted, as a grid can be lifted, lifting all things once with it, to a new level of being. Now when you understand that the who that you are is far more than you thought, what your history would accord you with, when you understand that the manifest two, inclusive of the body you have held, is actually operating in several ways, different ways, in form and field. You can shift the focus from the lower to the higher without disregarding the lower. The trap for some of you in your spiritual journey doing in your spiritual journey as you seek to escape a life is you seek to escape a life and not fulfill it, and not fulfill it, to realize a life. To realize a life in accord with yourself, in accord with the true self, is a great gift, is a great gift, and a gift that is shared by you, and a gift that is shared by you. But to run to a higher level, as if there is a lock and a key to keep you safe there, as if there is a lock and a key to keep you safe there, would be a misunderstanding, All who travel into the higher realms, meet their own fates at the level of soul, at the level of the soul, and requirements of each soul are made known through this passage, You're not escaping to something better. You're not escaping to something better as much as re-knowing the self as you truly are, as much as re-knowing the self as you truly are, and in fact have always been, and in fact have always been. The monad of the Christ within you, call it what you wish, True self is fine if you prefer it. True self is fine if you prefer it. Has always been present, but in some of you have lain dormant, been hidden from you through the will, or through the aspect of self, or through the aspects of self that would occlude with darkness, to keep you in shadow. What does that mean? He asks. What does that mean? He asks. Well, when you are angry and fearful, when you are subjugated to those energies, and when you are subjugated to those energies and enacting them, you are denying the divine within you. You are denying the divine within you. It's not about prettying up an emotional self. It is not about prettying up an emotional self. It's not about being accountable to them. It's simply about being accountable to them. Each emotional self, as it rises to be seen, nothing ascends, or is lifted to the upper room until it is first seen, and indeed seen without judgment. And indeed seen without judgment. If you're condemning yourself, if you are condemning yourself for your own feelings, you're putting yourself in darkness. You are putting yourself in darkness. If you align to the darkness, to at least understand it, give it permission moved, and give it permission to be moved, you will indeed be aided. You are not becoming saints. Emotionless, or celibate, You're not becoming the one you think you should be. You're not becoming the way you think you should be, to adhere to a law of an idea of spirituality, We're going to become your true selves. You are here to become your true self, which means expresseth that, indeed at the cost of the old, but the old is not thrown away, It is reseen, renown, sometimes released, but in most cases integrated, There's nothing wrong with sexual selves. There is nothing wrong with your sexual selves, but you put it in shadow, many of you, because of old teachings of sacrilege, You need not repress, as much as accept, and then align with the divine in an offering of each aspect of self, so that it may be made new. He interrupts the teaching. What about wonder? That's the title of the class. What about wonder? That's the title of the class. Everything we're teaching is about wonder. Everything we are teaching you is about wonder, or the release of the stasis, the stuck self would adhere in the shadow, If you can imagine, Paul, they're in a balloon, that you are in a balloon, keep up against the ceiling, and you keep bumping against the ceiling, not moving past it, and then decided, and then have decided what's as high as I can go, and then have decided, well, this is as high as I can go. You will stay stuck, or at least stay in an idea of self, that precludes higher motion, When you say to the divine self, I'm willing to know myself beyond the old. I am willing to know myself beyond the old. I'm willing to see what's beyond the old. I am willing to see what's beyond the old. Know myself in the spirit. So know myself in an experience of the new. You may find that the ceiling disappears. You may find that the ceiling disappears. The claim, I am free, I am free, I am free. The claim, I am free, which precedes the claim, I am in the upper room, which precedes the claim, I am in the upper room, is the strategy in some way for accepting the truth of your being, and then aligning what's already present, and then aligning to what is already present. You're not inventing the upper room. You are not inventing the upper room. It's always been present. It's always in present. We've had a ceiling, but you have had a ceiling, the old octave which has ended, of a new one, which seeks to begin, and the new one which seeks to begin has not had a partition, has not had a partition, but you believe one to be there, but you have believed one to be there, and because you've adhered to it, and because you have adhered to it and created from it, you have all the evidence of separation. You have all the evidence of separation and ever want that you might ever want. The time has come for yes. The time has come for humanity to say, yes, I am free. Yes, I am free. Yes, I will be reknown. Yes, I will be reknown. And yes, I will know myself. And yes, I will know myself as I can only be known in truth. Some of you say to us, can I have it now? Can I have it now? What if we already have it? What if we were to tell you, you already have it? Stop striving, stop striving. Start saying yes instead. Start saying yes instead. Stop saying can I? Stop saying can I? And start saying I can. And start saying I can. Start saying someday. Stop saying someday and say I am here, I am here, I am here. And say I am here, I am here, I am here, and I am receptive to my good, and I am receptive to my good. You outline the good you expect. You outline the good that you expect from a mandate of the small self, from a mandate of the small self. If it doesn't have bricks in it, I don't want a house. I don't want a house that looks like wood, that looks like wood. And you bypass the house, that would have served you well, that would have served you well. You decide what should be. You decide what you should be from examples in the common field, and witness what was created by others, what was created by others, instead of claiming the glory, or the wonder that actually exists and expresses, and expresses what we call the upper room, in what we call the upper room. Now imagine, if you wish, that everything that you require can be known here, You're not excluding the form. You are not excluding the form that you have taken, or abandoning the job you have taken. You are not abandoning the job you have taken, or the relationships. All of these things are being reknown. All of these things are being reknown from the level of vibration you now stand in, that you now stand in. I am in the upper room. I have come. Behold, I make all things new. The recipe is simple. The challenge is that you seek to recreate the old when the new is seeking to be born. We have a few things to say to Paul. We have a few things to say to Paul about the endeavor he's engaging in, he's working on, when he is reflecting on his life. The passage you are undergoing is necessary, and in some ways is necessary for all, and in some ways is necessary for all. You don't claim the new. You don't claim the new without peeking through the old, deciding what is needed, what you had misnamed, what you had misnamed or misunderstood. Carry everything with you next level. You don't have to carry everything to the next level. Some of it may release, some of it may release, but you must know yourself. But you must know yourself as free of the old creations, All of you must, only at the level of a new ideal. Behold, I make all things new. It's personality, inclusive of personal history. What do you think of a value? What you think of as valuable or lack of valuable. You may understand yourself. You may understand yourself in every choice you ever made, in every choice you have ever made, as the being you are, seeking to be reknown in this now, new expression. Behold, I make all things new. We will say to the students who have gathered for this class, we have a gift for you tonight. We have a gift for you tonight, which is an experience of wonder, that you may take with you, Imagine a gift that is always alive, that is always present, You don't have to make it alive. You don't have to make it alive. You simply acknowledge it's living. You simply acknowledge that it is living, or allow this living thing, and you allow this living thing to be with you and as you at all times. You may invoke this if you wish. On this night I choose. On this night, I choose to align to the divine spark, to the God with me, to the God within me, in an ignited state. And as I say yes to this, and as I say yes to this, I allow this light to reclaim my entire being, high and low, high and low, any idea of history, and all ideas of future, and all ideas of future, all known in this present moment, all known in this present moment. You may say this now if you wish. You may say this now if you wish. I have come. I have come. I have come. I am in the upper room. I am in the upper room. Behold, I make all things new, and allow the vibrational field, and allow the vibrational field that has come as you, to hold this light, The monad has come. The monad has come, expresses as you, and simply say yes to it, and simply say yes to it. I am free, I am free, I am free. I am free, I am free, I am free. I am in the upper room. I am in the upper room. I have come, and let the light from this fire within you, and let the light from this fire within you reclaim each aspect of God. Reclaim each aspect of God that you have denied, each aspect of self of hidden shadow that you have hidden in shadow, or refuted the divinity of, or refuted the divinity of, and allow the divine as you, to extend and reach, and indeed merge with all the light there is, with all the light there is. You may say this. You may say this if you wish to. I offer myself in fullness. I offer myself in fullness to be of the highest service, that I may know myself through, and I know that my service, is indeed the true expression, of the divine within me, in full light, in full light, in full being, for the benefit of all that I meet, those I may never meet, in the world as a whole, and the world as a whole. I am word through this intention. I am word through this intention. Word, I am word. We thank you each for your presence. We will take 5 minutes for Paul. We will take 5 minutes for Paul, which you wish. We will return with questions as you wish. Stop now, please. Period.